Hello students, in today's class let us discuss about types of sugars and nutritional contribution of sugars. This topic will enable you to understand various types of sugars, uses of various sugars and the nutritional contribution of sugars in the diet. What are sugars? Sugars are carbohydrates. What is the function of carbohydrates? Carbohydrates are the most important fuel for the brain and also they provide energy to the organs and help them to function. Sugar is a sweetener. Sweeteners have been used in food since prehistoric times, probably beginning with the discovery of honey. Desire for sweet is inherent in every individual. Sugars are present in nature. Plants make sugars through photosynthesis. Sugars found in fruits and also the one which is used to bake the cake are identical in nature. So, if we consider the calorific value, all the sugars when oxidized can produce 4 kilocalories of energy, which is equivalent to 17 kilojoules per gram. There are many different types of sugars and all the sugars provide the same kind of energy. Sugar is the first and foremost used for its sweetening properties. It has clean sweet taste and aftertaste and is the reference which is used against other sweeteners and it is used to compare the sweetness of other sweeteners. Beyond this sweetening property, sugar provides structure as well as texture to some of the traditional foods. Likewise, sweets, jams, jellies, everywhere sugar is used in giving the texture as well as structure. The art of making sugar from sugarcane had its birth in India. Sugarcane is the chief source of sugar. Sugarcane belongs to the genus Saccharum. Saccharum officinarum is the most commonly used species for extraction of sugar. It was recognized in the 19th century that the sugar beet, the scientific name of which is Beta vulgaris, is also rich source of sugar. In beet, sugar is stored in the roots, whereas in the sugarcane, sugar is stored in the stem. Sugarcane is grown in tropic regions, while sugar beet is a crop of temperate zones. Sugar substances are obtained from other sources, likewise palmyra, date palm, coconut, sago palm, etc. India is emerged as world's largest sugar producing country, and in 2014-15 India has got a record production of 28.1 million tons of sugar production. Let us understand types of sugars. In India, sugar from sugarcane is obtained in 3 forms. They are raw sugar, refined sugar and white sugar. Raw sugar is made by crushing the sugarcane and extracting the juice under pressure. The juice which is obtained is dark green in color. It is also turbid and acidic in nature. The sucrose content varies from 10 to 18%. After which the juice is clarified and it looks yellow to brown in color. It contains about 85% water which is evaporated in multiple effect evaporators. Then it is condensed to a syrup in single effect vacuum pans. The raw sugar so obtained consists of brown crystals with an adhering film of molasses. It contains 96 to 97% of sucrose. Then refined sugar. The raw sugar so obtained is dissolved in water and the solution is filtered through the animal charcoal. By doing so, the decolorized solution is obtained, which is evaporated until the sugar crystallizes, and the crystals are screened into granulated sugar of different coarseness. This kind of sugar is called refined sugar. The last one is vacuum pan sugar or white sugar. Most of the sugar manufactured in India is white or direct consumption sugar. In this case, sugar is made from cane syrup directly without the intervening step of raw sugar making. Various forms of sugar are available for use in food preparations. So, some are crystalline solids while others are liquids or syrups. Let us understand and discuss few solid forms other than gur, also called as jaggery and kandasari sugars. The first type is castor sugar, which is fine white crystalline in nature and is used for bakery purposes. The second type of sugar is granulated sugar, medium sized crystals. It is a general sweetening agent which is used in tea, coffee, etc. The third type of sugar is cube sugar. Crystals are compressed to cubes, which is mostly used in tea service. And the fourth kind of sugar is icing sugar. Most of you might be aware of icing sugar because these generations are fond of cakes, pastries, etc. So, icing sugar is fine white powder with or without starch. It is used for cake icings. Fifth type of sugar is golden syrup. So, it is a processed yellow syrup which is used for cooking and baking confectionery. The sixth type is molasses, which is a dark product of sugar, which is a raw product from which the crystals of sugar gets precipitated. It is used in cooking and confectionery. The seventh sugar is diamond sugar, which looks small rectangular crystals in nature. It is used with betel nuts for coating the betel nuts as well as in confectionery. Next sugar is the rock sugar, wherein it is cut into big slabs. It is used on festive occasions and for large scale production. We also have brown sugar, which contains molasses, glucose and fructose. It has pleasing and distinctive flavor. Usually brown sugar is used in baked products. And the last one is the powdered sugar, which comes from pulverized granulated sugar. And most of you might be fond of donuts and hard purees which are coated with this powdered sugar. The next sugar is gur, also called jaggery. Jaggery is produced throughout India and forms an important item of Indian diet. It is mainly obtained from sugar cane, and in the manufacture of this jaggery, cane is crushed within a day after cutting to obtain juice. So, immediately it is utilized for production. The juice is clarified and boiled with the constant stirring and concentrated to a thick which almost resembles a semi-solid mass, which upon cooling solidifies into gur. And the other type of sugar is Kandasari sugar. For the manufacture of Kandasari sugar, which is also called as Kandi, most of the time it is manufactured by open pan process, and the cane juice extracted and clarified in the same way as in making gur. The clarified juice is boiled quickly to the required consistency, thereby the crystals separate out and these are removed by centrifugation and dried. The next sugar is beet sugar. As we have learned that sugar comes from sugarcane as well as beet. Beet sugar, it is produced in one stage process. Here the sugar present in the beet is extracted. The thin juice formed is filtered, thereby a clear filtrate is obtained. Purified thin juice is processed to the refined sugar in the manner which is used for making refined sugar from the sugarcane. Sugarcane consists of 12 to 15% sugars. So, sugars, as you all know, are simple carbohydrates, and the simple carbohydrates are glucose, fructose, lactose, maltose, sucrose, etc. So, sugarcane consists of sucrose, glucose and fructoses. In India, 80 to 90% of sugarcane is used in the manufacturing of three products which are widely used in food. Likewise, gur, which is nothing but jaggery, open pan sugar or Kandasari sugar, and vacuum pan sugar or white sugar, which is mostly used for domestic purpose, also called table sugar. In India, the sugarcane is obtained in three forms, that is the raw sugar, refined sugar and white sugar. Understanding the types of sugars, let us know what is the nutritional composition of these sugars. Sugars provide only energy to the body. As we all know, the food we eat should give us energy, should have a body building action and should also provide us protective function. So, sugars fall under the category of energy yielding. Therefore, the foods that contain relatively large amounts of sugar generally have low nutrient density, that is, they are proportionately less in proteins which have a body building function and minerals and vitamins which have protective function. Let us understand the nutritive value of sugar per 100 grams. About 100 grams of sugar gives us 398 kilocalories of energy and 99.4 grams of carbohydrate, about 12 milligrams of calcium and 0.15 milligrams of iron. So, this shows it is a very poor source of calcium and iron or the minerals. Next is the jaggery, which provides about 383 kilocalories per 100 grams, 95 grams of carbohydrate, 80 milligrams of calcium and 2.64 milligrams of iron. So, comparatively jaggery has got a little higher amount of calcium as well as iron. And honey, it gives 319 kilocalories of energy per 100 grams, 79.5 grams of carbohydrate, only 5 milligrams of calcium and 0.69 milligrams of iron. So, among all the three, jaggery is considered a fair source of calcium and iron. Hence, usually the laddus made of jaggery are used in supplementation programs rather than sugar. Molasses, which contains the natural ash of the plant from which it is made, furnishes some nutrients other than carbohydrates such as small amount of calcium and iron. Now, people are of an idea that unrefined sugar is healthier than the refined sugar, same which implies to the other carbohydrates or cereals, but both have the same energy content, whether it is unrefined sugar or the refined sugar, and they are treated the same way by the body. In fact, all crystallized sugar has been refined to some degree, so called unrefined, and it partially is refined to retain color and flavor. As we have already discussed, sugar provides 4 kilocalories of energy per gram and is rarely eaten on its own. It is not the major or unique ingredient which can be consumed as such. As an addition to its sweet taste, sugar contributes the color, flavor and texture of food. Adding sugar to the foods can improve the taste, palatability, which also increase the range of foods that people can eat. And all the sugars are present in nature. If we look at some foods which has various types of sugars, banana has got sucrose, and the sucrose or the table sugar which is used to bake a cake are similar, and other sucrose is either extracted from sugarcane or beet, but banana also has got sucrose which is identical to the other two. All the sugars have same calorific value, whether it be sucrose or glucose or lactose. Anything when oxidized gives only 4 kilocalories of energy, and the body does not distinguish between sugars used in foods and drinks, or which is manufactured at home, or whether it is found naturally in foods. Body can only understand sugar is a carbohydrate, and upon oxidation sugar provides 4 kilocalories of energy. Eating sugar causes a smaller rise in blood glucose, that is, eating starchy foods like white bread, white rice or mashed potatoes, whatever the blood glucose levels rise, but when compared to that there is only a little rise in blood glucose level compared to eating the starchy foods. So, sugar is therefore rated as a food with a medium glycemic index. What is meant by glycemic index? It is the ability of the food to raise the blood glucose level. When we eat starchy foods like white bread or white rice, whatever they have the capacity to raise the blood sugar level, eating simple sugar does not raise the blood sugar level to that extent. Hence, it is considered as a food with a medium glycemic index. The sugars most commonly present in foods include sucrose, glucose, fructose, maltose and lactose. Here glucose and fructose are the simple sugars or the monosaccharides, and lactose and sucrose are the disaccharides. What is a monosaccharide? The sugar which has a single sugar unit, or the carbohydrate which has a single sugar unit, and the disaccharide has about 2 monosaccharide units or sugar units. Sucrose upon hydrolysis gives glucose and fructose, and lactose upon hydrolysis gives glucose and galactose. Any sugar consumed in the body will be converted to the glucose, hence glucose is considered as the energy currency of the body. Sucrose is simply the table sugar, glucose, fructose and sucrose. All the 3 types of sugars are found in honey, fruits and vegetables. Maltose is a sugar which is produced by starch breakdown and is found in germinating cereals such as barley. So, when barley is germinated, the process is called malting because maltose is produced, and lactose is a milk sugar which is found mostly in milk and milk products. Infants who are fed upon only milk or milk products can get only lactose, they will not get sucrose. So, let us summarize today's session on sugars. Sugar is used to provide energy, it gives texture and a shape to jams and jellies, mostly used as a preservative. It makes the foods crisp by retaining less moisture. It is also used to make oral hydration solution. What is oral hydration solution? When a person is suffering from diarrhea, the body fluids are lost. So, immediately the fluid is replaced by mixing little salt and 1 to 2 spoons of sugar in about 100 ml and then are fed to that person who is suffering from diarrhea. Hence, it also is used in ORS therapy, and sugar is used as a vehicle for vitamin fortification. Usually vitamin A is fortified with the sugar to help the populations who are at risk of vitamin A deficiency. This is because it is an economical foodstuff and is accepted by almost all the populations, including who are very poor. So, sugars are not uniquely fattening. Replacing sugar with any other calorific or artificial sweeteners is not workable solution in the weight management. This has to be understood by every individual. Usually they replace the sugar with the artificial sweetener, but as such sugars has got very low glycemic index and they are far better than white breads and white cereals. So, hope the session is informative, and let us meet in the next class with a new topic. Thank you.